This video is going to talk about range. So we're going to get our page set up. By now you know the drill. We're going to go down and mark a line about 4 spaces down from the top and a vertical line about 5 spaces in so we can leave room for questions. In the top corner, if you haven't done so already, please make sure we put the date and the topic, which is range. Our essential question today is, what is range and how do we find it? Range is important because it tells us the least and greatest values in a data set. Let's look at a line plot and see if we can find the range in the line plot. So here we have another line plot that shows the number of siblings students might have. We can see from the line plot that the smallest number anyone answered was that they had 0 siblings. The largest number of siblings in this data set was 8. I'm going to record both of those pieces of information. I'm also just going to mark that here on my graph so I don't forget. The highest was 8 and the lowest was 0. From here, I can say that the range went from 8 to 0, and that's my range. I could also do the actual calculation and say if 8 was the highest and 0 is the lowest, the difference between them is 8. So the range was 8 siblings. There was a difference from the highest to the lowest of 8 siblings. I've written 2 sets of data. Go ahead and pause the video when you're ready and find the range of both of these sets of data. Did you notice that the highest number was 72 and the lowest number was 9? From there, we can record the range in 2 ways. We can simply write that the range goes from a high of 72 all the way down to 9, or we can do the complete calculations and actually subtract. Let me change colors here. Actually subtract the values to figure out the difference between the two, and find that the range is 63. Let's do the same thing for the second one. Go ahead and pause and calculate if you haven't done so already. Hopefully we all agree that the highest number in this set was 134 and the lowest was just 18. So again, we can write the range just that way and say that the range spans from a high of 134 all the way down to 18, or we can go ahead and do the calculation. So I'm just going to borrow here and subtract, and I'll see that the range spans a distance of 116 numbers. And that's range. So go ahead, just ask yourself, did you answer the essential question of finding out what range is and how to calculate it? If not, feel free to go back and rewatch any parts that might be confusing to you, and I'll look for your notes in class.